exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Watson's throw complete here to Waller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Stopped by Jacorian Bennett. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
3rd and 8. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Barkley, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup of 17 yards. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Out to his left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Here's third and a few inches. Oh, now a running play here with Smith. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run with Barkley. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back near the goal line, here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards. Rodgers to throw once more. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On first down, Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Watson. To Barkley on the check down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards to pick up there.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Again, it's Watson. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now it's Watson. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Watson. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins from the end zone. Here's Devin Tompkins. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's 2nd and 7. Watson now to throw. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Throwing on second and long. Watson. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Now Austin. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Now it's Rodgers. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the lead extended, and I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy as we know. Blaze, he's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? And sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Back to throw, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Za'Darius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw caught by Achane. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 58 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. 26. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Now Rodgers. Touchdown Bengals. Devon Achane with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Faking the give. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out right at the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
And the Rams, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Watson. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 7.
Here's Watson now on second down. That's taken in by Duvernay. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That's good for a Rams first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Set.
From the gun, here's Watson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Throwing again on second and 10, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
26.
Here's Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10. Watson slings this deep from McLaurin. This is intercepted. Picked off by Marco Wilson. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But The defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Hey, you block over here. 26.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. This one finds Austin outright. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
Hey, 26. Hey, 88.
Rodgers looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! 23 yards for the touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise,